Hello, fellow TIs. Just passed by an American Legion. I think we've got an AMVETS over here, a Moose Lodge over there. About to pass by a Masonic Lodge here in a moment. VFW. And a lot of these groups are filled with good men. But what happens to many TIs is that agencies, which are highly regarded as being trustworthy, are reaching out to local groups, and they'll use select partners in these groups. They'll give them money, and this money will sustain these lodges which are struggling financially because they're not really getting a lot of money in dues. See, right over here is a Masonic Lodge. They got the Easter Star here on Tuesdays at 7:30. Let me see, chartered in 1914. Oh, we got an AMVETS over here. They even have a little kids school program. And this is what's really interesting, fellow TIs. When I lived in Texas, I was harassed by veterans from VFW. And guess what they were using, fellow TIs? They were using children. And I would be harassed systematically. I'd be harassed where I walked. And they were able to access children from schools. They had people in there from CERTs, and they had youth preparedness groups. And one day I was harassed by a bunch of kids, and I have a video about this. I'm just simply walking. My doctor told me that week I needed to start walking. I had precordial pain. So I started walking. I followed his orders. And there's nothing but adults there, and all kids are in school. So it was at 10:19. It was in the summer, before the summertime, before they got out of school. Some kids came with school teachers. And they came as a group and started whistling in my face, harassing me, and some elderly men were there laughing. Well, I ran their tags in their VFW, so when I went to talk to the principal the next day, these guys were sat in the parking lot. A half a day sitting in the parking lot. Let's make a long story short, these same guys which were recorded there, when they arrived, confronted me. And I told them, I said, look, I'm here to talk to the principal. There's not going to be no problems. So I used to be a youth pastor a long time ago for a church. I used to work with troubled kids. I'm not a violent person. I'm not a dangerous person. I told them I'm not here to cause a problem. I'm here to talk to the principal and share some video footage. Then they chilled out immediately. See, your CIA is a clandestine agency, and they use these types of groups right here. And they've been using women. They'll use pretty women to sway police, a park ranger, a public works. They'll bring in an army to harass a family. That's just eating a meal. I have videos where you see a truckload of army personnel, active duty, harassing me. I could be technically filing a lawsuit. Matter of fact, I talked to a lawyer recently. He's seen the video footage. He told me you don't even need a Form 95. I don't even need it. He says they'll work on the case if I ever wanted it. Well, with my PTSD, I haven't been able to call back because I've been harassed so much I don't even care about the money. So, it may sound crazy, but when you've been tormented and mobbed and bullied, certain things can cause flashbacks and cause memories and cause you to be incapacitated, where you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to deal with people. And unfortunately, that's my case. I'm not dangerous, I'm not suicidal, I'm not homicidal. I'm someone which has been bullied and harassed state by state. And I have business cards. I've actually tracked these people down, and I've gone in their offices, the same people that have thrown trash on my property, that have harassed me, slandered me. It's always the same exact crap. So if you're a targeted individual, you may be harassed. This is no joke. I went to a library here in this town. It's at a community college. I go upstairs, nothing but adults. And one day I go over there, and let me go back before I'm driving there. A guy pulls up next to my car, and he's from Tampa. I'm from the Orlando, Florida area. And he honks the horn at me. I wave. I'm like, oh, he's being polite. And his vehicle says Tampa, Florida Youth Explorers Program. So I go inside because I needed to get myself a bottle of water, and a lady that works in there came outside and took a picture of me. I took a flash. And I asked her, why did you do that? She said the cop in that outside asked me to go in there and do that, take a picture of you. I said, that's really weird. So in a short amount of time, this guy went there, got gas, when I was there, and asked these people to come out and take a picture of me. So one day, I'm seated at a table, I'm taking a course on victims' rights advocacy. And a little child, I would say no older than 9, maybe 7, 8, 9 years old. Could be no older than 10, it was real small. There's no adult, there's only 2 adults there, the librarian and me that night. Comes in with a little thing, lunch and meal, and sits at the same table as me. I look around, I'm like, where's this person's parents? And she has a lanyard around her neck with a sheriff symbol on it. Then I talked to the librarian and I said, this is kind of weird. You guys are closing in 30 minutes. You got a little child out here in an adult area in the library. So I started thinking about some weird experiences. A while back, I went to the Philadelphia airport. I visited family for Christmas. And when I get there, they told me within seconds of arriving, you can bypass all checkpoints, TSA checkpoints, everything. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, we're calling up a guard right now that works for the Department of Homeland Security. So I go with them, we bypass all checkpoints. I didn't even have a TSA pass. I felt special. So I get to the gate at the Philadelphia airport to go back to Florida. And my relative, they told me, hey, your relative can stay too if they want. I'm like, well, yeah, you want to stay? They're like, yeah, why not? That'd be cool. So while we're there, a man and a woman with dark shades, a thin black tie, and black suit are there. At the Philadelphia airport, these guys look 100% like the CIA. I'm 100%, not 99.9%, I'm 100% sure they're CIA. So they allow us to bypass all checkpoints, sit there. When I go on the plane, they put me nearby the side door. And they had a person that said, do you know how to open the side door? I said, no, I don't. And I don't even want to know. So for a couple years, I was always seated nearby the side door. And one day, they sat me between 2 children. They moved my seat. I kept asking for a seat in the very back nearby the bathroom. And they moved my seat always between 2 children or 2 fat people. And there'd always be a guy behind me wearing a suit, kicking on my seat, laughing, saying something smart like pedo, scumbag, murder, something smart towards me and leaning up close. So I complained to the airline because one day I get on there and this guy walks up to, I'm sitting there and I'm in the middle of the seat. He comes up to the side and goes, psst. This was like about 9 years ago. And when I complained, they started seating me with staff. And then all of a sudden it stopped. Well, this is no joke, TIs. I have video recordings. And it actually shows these people with guns underneath their shirts. I was being treated like I was some type of threat, and I'm just going to see family for Christmas. I'm like, where are these people from? Like Israel or something? What's going on with this crap? Being harassed by Israelis at school? I go to the FBI and it's like, hey, terrorism is cool. I'm like, I'm talking to subject matter experts. They're telling me this stuff is linked to bad stuff. So, if you're a targeted individual, and you're being harassed by people, and they bring in sheriff's associations, and they bring in people close by to watch, like sheriffs. You ever see anyone in Florida wearing a green outfit and a gold badge? And you're being harassed. Let me give you an example. Make sure my battery's not getting low. One day I was parked at a park and this Israeli guy kept opening up his door and pressing, and his alarm would come off. He did it for 30 minutes. I arrived at West Palm Beach at a casino for my birthday. And some guys pull up, wearing black suits. One's an Israeli and an elderly person. Sheriff comes up, and they're doing it nonstop. I didn't look at them. Anyways, they just want to do little skits, fellow TIs. They want to get your attention. They want to piss you off. They want you to be miserable. I'm not going to get into the whole story. Anyways, stay strong. God bless and peace.